The Habibi gang, the Habibi gang. Running up the chat, make the place go bang.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, guys?
We are back with Pink Floyd. The best kind of Floyd. What's a Floyd? Why is it pink?
I don't know.
Why have I never even thought about
I
that?
have so many things in my head right now going on, and all of them are not. They're supposed to be internal thoughts, so I'm just going to keep them internal.
This is exactly what the channel is for. We are all here, one family.
No.
Let's
No,
go ahead.
You don't want to hear my
And
internal thoughts.
We are currently live on Twitch, by the way, as you can see here. So go ahead and share.
No. Let's
I will
go.
edit all of it. Don't.
What's the...
The song is again from Pulse, one of the absolute freaking best concerts I've ever seen. I know this song, and if I'm not mistaken with the title, I know this song very freaking well. I don't know if you've heard it or not. I don't remember. Either ways, it's an absolute pleasure to go through the song. Let's listen to it again. Damn, he is doing the heartbeat.
Oh my God, these are some really deep lyrics. So from what I understood, please correct me if I'm wrong, but what I understood was back in the day you had time to kill. And that was the best time. Now you're just chasing one thing after another. You had the time to lay in the sun, and get bored, which was a beautiful thing. Now you don't have that luxury of time.
This song might get to me. Warning. Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. You will not off. I'm just giving the warning, the second warning in this video. By the way, the first warning is in the very first frame. If you have missed it, please go back and check it out. You fritter and waste the hours in an offhanded way. This is basically when you are young and fool. You don't know the value of time, and you're just wasting the hours in an offhanded way, because wisdom comes later in life, right? Where you will realize, like, why would you waste your time in so and so? You should be doing something so and so, productive or blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, if you don't do that, you don't come here. That you only gain wisdom by doing these things. So it's a very kind of a circular, kicking around a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone or something to show you the way. It's, again, he's looking back in time at youth, kicking around, playing outside in the sun, right? Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. Now, this is in some way like in the UK and stuff, makes more sense than it is for us. Because here, if it rains, we go in the rain.
No, but if you are thinking about back in time, to you, time is in Jordan. So you stay at home. It rains there also. Stay at home.
Yes, but
and watch the rain.
It is not gloomy kind of rain. For us, rain was never a sign of gloom. Sunshine is a sign of happiness, is what he's saying. Like, you get tired of the sun, that when it rains, you hide away from it. But now you will like, where is the sunshine? Like, sunshine is a symbolism here, I believe. And you are young and life is long and there is time to kill today. Ugh. We were just talking about this recently, how 24 hours is not even enough.
Nope.
We should have a minimum. We have a proposition we're going to discuss with our governments, basically, that to make it 28 minimum. Let's see. We'll pitch for it. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Now suddenly you see people have gone past you, and this one motherfucking line hits me hard because of personal reasons that I don't want to delve in. You missed the starting gun. You will understand after the song. That's a bit personal.
This is it's okay, never mind. But this line, and that one day you find 10 years have got behind you. This one is a hard line to swallow, because you think 10 years is nothing, right? When you think of it, like, now in terms of numbers, 10 years is nothing. But when you sit and think, all this happened in a span of so and so years, and just forget 10, even in a span of 4 years, right? So much happened. Like, how much you changed, not even physically, but mentally, that hits hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. But for me, no one told you when to run is when somebody doesn't have the support. As a kid, if no one was there to support you, now, luckily I had great parents, right? I have great parents. So for me, I didn't have that issue. The first part of the sentence, which is, no one told you when to run, which is, son, go. This is your chance to do and so, right? But you missed the starting gun, is like in a race. 3, 2, 1. Right? So that's the starting gun.
You went just a few seconds later.
Yeah, you looked around, you enjoyed the scenery, you enjoyed the sun, metaphorically speaking, you enjoyed the time. You were like, I have time. It's the whole turtle and rabbit thingy, whatever that.
Yeah.
So you looked around, that's how the image in my head. And then you look and suddenly they all are running.
Yeah, 10 years
I'm
have
like,
gone.
fuck, let me run again. So now when you start running, bro, it's late. They are halfway through. This is a run. This is a race. Life is a race.
But to find the positive in that, it's never too late to start again.
It is never
it's
too
never
late.
too late to start running again with a new batch of people.
That's fine. That's true. But this is not about that point.
No, I know. I know what you're thinking.
And I
know
agree.
where you're going with this. I personally know. So I'm just telling you something.
Yeah, but I have done that as well.
What are you doing?
The thing that was here.
Yes. I know.
Yeah. So the frame thing that was here, that is what I'm talking about.
I
That is
know.
for me where the whole thing is. So you miss the starting gun. It hits a little hard because it's like, fuck, I always had the same feeling. I always felt like this because the people that we were at the starting line, you were all just huddling and getting ready for that start. We all were in the same line. You all were more or less equal. In a race situation, you are all equal. You have the same opportunity. And when the gun goes, if you were not paying attention and you didn't run as fast as you possibly can, tough luck, my boy. So that's what happened with me. And that is on me. It is not on the first line of the sentence, which is no one told you when to run, because I was told, but I just didn't follow. Beautiful. Wow.
Racing around to come up behind you and get it. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older. Shorter of breath, one day closer to death. Every year is getting shorter. Never seem to find a time. Times I either come to know all the pages scribbled lines, hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought of something more to say.
Bro, this is poetic and damn.
It is. But you know what's even more beautiful is his voice. He's, aside from the composition and everything, aside from the lyrics, how deep they are, the meaning and what they're saying, his voice, I think he's got, how is the best way to put it? There's warmth in his voice when he sings.
Yeah, for me, this song is not about his voice because the lyrics and the poetry behind it, the imagery, the depth, the low-key sadness that you feel, or at least I feel from this, is it's everything. And you run, so it's continuation to the previous thing, and again it hits fucking hard. And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Because it's a metaphor of when the sun set, it's the end of the day and it's getting old, right? Sunset is basically the end of the day, metaphorically speaking, towards the end of your life, racing around to come up behind you again. That's what the sun is doing.
So see, there's a positive there. You start all over again.
Yes, but look at the next line, because he says sun is the same in a relative way, because the sun aging in a basically it's the same age. How long you gonna live on this earth, right? It's gonna be what, 100 plus. What is that in the age of the universe, or what is that in the age of the sun? It's nothing. It says like it grew 1 second or something. You know what I mean? So it is in a relative way, it's the same age. So the sun is the same, but you are older, shorter of breath. Keep in mind, you are the one who's running after the sun. You're shorter of breath. You're getting tired now. And 1 day closer to death. That is fucking painful to read, because literally that's what every day is. Inching. Every year is getting shorter. If that is not a fact.
It is.
If that is not a fact. For us, we go like through the week without
this.
knowing it's already the weekend.
Yeah.
It's already the weekend.
Yeah.
Here it's the same thing. Like, dude, we are in August. Mid past already. Right?
Honestly,
That's
to me,
the end of the year.
January was like yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. So it just flies. Never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to note or half a page of scribble. It's not even a properly written letter or poem or storyline or book that you're writing. It's a scribbled line, and it's not even a complete page. Half a page. This is what happens to you. Either plans that either come to nothing, no fruition, it doesn't go to the finish line, or half a page. It's not even a full page. Of what? Of scribbled line. Of you trying to come up, I'm just sitting here scribbling away until the ideas that materialize in my head come up to the page, which ultimately become a plan. You're not even there. Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way, though I would say clearly it's a global thing. It's not an English thing. It's all of us.
Yeah.
Time is gone. The song is over. Look at this line. That even made me sigh, bro. The song is over. Thought I'd have
Something more to say.
Yeah. He's like, even the song, it's like a metaphor of time. Even the song ran out of time before he could finish his thought. His poem is not completed yet. So he's telling you, even I'm preaching, and it's happening to me here. I wanted to finish the story, but the song is over. Shit, I thought I have more to say, but my time's up.
Wow.
That is absolutely fucking gorgeous, bro. Let's listen to the last end of it and let it take us out.
English way, the time is gone, song is over, thought of something more to say.
It's just beautiful.
Home again.
What is it?
I like to be here when I can. And when I come home, cold and tired, it's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the fields, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees to hear the softly spoken magic spell.
Like, what do you say, man? What do you say? How do you even write like that? How do you even compose like that? Dude, I feel like more and more we listen to this. And again, I've heard this concert, right? I've watched this concert, but ages ago, and I have not revisited it since, probably. The more we visit it now with this, and again, it's about time. So it's like funny that we are now in this current age, and it's hard to take me seriously with this. I realize, but I think we should watch the entire concert at the watch list.
I know how much you love this.
But I feel it will take us 5 days if we're gonna have to pause in between and talk about it, because I feel not pausing wouldn't do it justice. Like, did you hear how beautifully written this is? Not just the lyrics, but the music itself, the composition, the singing, the vocals, the harmonies, his voice, like you pointed out, the bass line so smooth in the back, the drumming that is steady like time itself. It's the whole damn thing. The solo was so beautiful and so classy.
You know, Jim says it's harder as you get older. And it is true. It is harder when you get older because time is just less and less and less. And when you know the value of time, and you only know the value of time when you get older, right? So when you know the value of time, you know that there are things that you have missed out in the past that you could have, but you didn't for whatever reason, 1, 2, 3. But then it's again a vicious cycle. If you did not do those things 1, 2, 3, and if your life is good right now, you wouldn't be here right now. Because again, I believe, and I know you do, it's a butterfly effect. You know what I mean?
But it's hard to not get affected by this. You got really affected by this.
I have a bad throat. True, I was going to say.
Anyways, this was beautiful. This was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. That's all we're going to say. Do join us on the new channel. That's not a request. Much love, you all.
See
you next time.
The Habibi gang, running up the chat, make the place go bang. No ghosting round, we turning up loud. One big fam, yeah, we make you proud. The Habibi gang, we vibe so sweet like a mango stand.